Porsche has always been one of those car manufacturers to make great cars. It started with the 356, a copy and paste version of the Volkswagen Beetle. It is essentially the same car but faster and better looking. Then came the 911. It was not the 911 at first, it was actually the 901, but Peugeot contacted Porsche to tell them that they have copyrighted every 3-digit numbered car name with the number 0 in the middle. So Ferdinand Porsche decided to call it the 911, which is the name we all know and love. This 911 turned out to become the greatest sports car of all time. It is the definition of a sports car. It's the most iconic sports car ever made. It's the only car to keep the same design language and recipe for 57 years straight. 57 years. It has dominated almost every racing series you can think of. Rally, touring car racing, Le Mans, you name it, this car has probably dominated it. It's also one of the most diverse cars in the world. You want a sports car, a Grand Tourer, a supercar, or a track car? Well, the 911 has got you. The best of all modern 911s though is the GT3 Touring. Underneath it's no different from the normal GT3, but it has less discreet looks in a less track focused car. It's my favorite 911 and it's the car we're going to be talking about. So stay tuned. I'm in love with this car. Welcome to Automotive Addicts. I'm your host Jab0711 and we are addicted to cars here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Porsche 911 GT3 Touring. And yeah, that's the car I'm going to be talking about. I think it's a great car. Anyway, let's get into the video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 911 GT3 Touring. It's essentially a less discreet version of the 911 GT3s. It's the same car as the normal GT3, but it's less discreet. It's more toned down. It has the same engine, has the same transmission, has the same chassis, but it has no wing. It's essentially the perfect 911. Now today I'm going to be talking about the engine, which is the performance. I'll be talking about the drivetrain, I'll be talking about the chassis, I'll be talking about the interior and the exterior, and I'll give you my final verdict. So stay tuned. Now let's talk about the chassis. The chassis of the new 911 GT3 Touring is stiffer and stronger than the predecessor. This chassis is opted for better performance. It has adaptive adjustable suspension, and depending on what settings you put the car in, it could be stiff or soft. Now, when you put the car in some more track-focused settings, the suspension stiffens up to provide a greater contact patch on the tire and to provide less body roll. Now, when you put the car in more comfier settings, the suspension slackens off to give you a more comfortable experience. It's not a ride of a Rolls Royce, but you know, it's a bit comfortable, okay? Now, you can get the car with double wishbone suspension in the front axle, and basically double wishbone suspension works and performs better than most suspension setups. Now you can get the car with normal steel brakes, or you can opt for carbon ceramics. I highly recommend you go for carbon ceramics. Not only do they look good, but they last longer when you go on a track day, which is very essential. The car sits on 20-inch alloy wheels in the front and 21-inch on the back. Now, let's talk about the drivetrain. I'm gonna keep it nice and simple, okay? Anyway, this car is only opted as a two-wheel drive car, rear-wheel drive to be specific. Now, it comes with a limited slip differential, which basically makes sure that the power is distributed evenly to all two wheels and makes the car corner better. And you can do some skids. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's what a limited slip differential is, and that's the drivetrain of the car. Now, this is not a car that is short of performance. it is a great performing car. It has an absolutely amazing engine that revs up to 9,000 RPMs. Woo! And it sounds absolutely amazing. It's a 4-liter engine and it's naturally aspirated. Now this engine has 510 horsepower and gives you 550 Newton meters of torque. It is a 4-liter naturally aspirated flat six, powered by either a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which is called the PDK, or a 6-speed manual transmission. Now these transmissions are said to be very good. Now some car journalists are going as far as saying that this new transmission is basically, the PDK is as good as the manual. Now that's a bold claim. These are not my words. These are from other car journalists, and I take their word for it because their judgment is usually very good. This engine, and as I said, it's amazing and I love it. I love the engine. I love how this car performs. Now, this interior has the same silhouette and design as the previous generation, but it has better instruments and it's better looking. You can get this interior with different textile materials. You can go for wood, you can go for carbon fiber, or you can go for aluminium. I highly recommend the carbon fiber because it goes well with this interior. You get leather and Alcantara everywhere in the car. Most of the car is covered with leather and Alcantara, basically. The infotainment system is good, but it's not as good as BMW's infotainment system or Mercedes-Benz's infotainment system. It's just not as fast and responsive as those infotainment systems. You can upgrade the infotainment system in 3 different ways. You can use a touchscreen, you can use a touchpad on the center console, or you can use the buttons on the steering wheel. All around, I am in love with this interior. I think it's an absolutely great interior. It's probably a good space to be around. Anyway, I love it. It looks very good. The exterior of this car, absolutely amazing. Come on guys, it's a Porsche 911. It looks absolutely amazing. I am in love with this exterior. I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I want this car. Anyway, I'm sorry. But yeah, the exterior looks absolutely amazing. The car sits low to the ground and it looks very planted. It has wide hips. Oh, the car looks so absolutely amazing. In terms of heritage, I respect Porsche for sticking to the same design for almost 60 years. The 911 is 57 years old, guys. That's amazing. And I like the look of the GT3 Touring. I think it's the best looking of the new 911 lineup so far. And I love the fact that it doesn't have a wing, which is absolutely amazing. I just think it looks great without the wing. I think it looks better than the normal GT3 in my opinion. Now it's my opinion. Don't cancel me, okay? I like this car. I really think it's a good looking car. I'm just bummed out that it doesn't have the ducktail, you know, the little ducktail that the normal GT3 has. But you know, you can't get everything in this world, yeah, but you can't be spoiled, okay? But yeah, I love in this interior. I think it's absolutely amazing. I'm going to give you the price of the car and my final verdict. Now, the starting price of this car is 3.1 million rand. The Germans was like, yeah, we're going to make the car absolutely amazing, but we're going to make it absolutely expensive, yeah. Anyway, that's the starting price. When it's fully spec'd out, it's even more expensive. Fully spec'd out, the car costs about 3.9 million rand. Yeah, we're going to make the car absolutely amazing, and when they spec it out, it's going to be even more expensive, yeah. But yeah, it is expensive. The price is very steep, but all around, I think it's worth every penny. I mean, every cent. If you want the car, don't even think about it. Just buy it. Absolutely amazing car. I haven't driven it, But a lot of car journalists are saying that this car is absolutely amazing and you should take my word for it. If you want it and you have the money, buy the car. Now, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. If you're new to the channel and you like the video, and you think this video is dope, give it a like, man. Give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified when this beautiful boy posts another video. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Peace.